Hey guys, it's Steez, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I decided to push my hair back for this uh, makeup tutorial review after the fact, but this video is dedicated to my mother and my stepfather, Joey and Stacy. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much for supporting me and for inspiring this look. In the thumbnail to this video, I'm going to do a side-by-side of the look that they had chosen, because they were sweet enough to do so. They actually chose the look for me, and they sent me a picture and said, because they're like my biggest fans, and they wanted to see a look, and they sent me a specific look, and it'll be like side-by-side next to the thumbnail that I take of myself for this video, so you guys will see it before you even start watching. So let's get started with how the first step to this look. Okay, first of all, I started with my go-to foundation, which is this L'Oreal Infallible 664 Creamy Natural. It's what I always use. It's my go-to for foundation / powder. It's powder foundation. I use this Revlon brush. It's my go-to brush for whenever I have to really beat my face and go in there. Like, I use it for foundation and for bronzer. And so okay, there we go. And then on eyes, I had to use 4 different colors for my eyes. And for bronzer, I also had to use, and that's why we'll just go ahead and bring out the Morphe palette first, because I use the most products. Like, I mean, it's insane how much you can get out of the Morphe 25K palette. Like how much you can do. Like, you can use it as blush, you can use it for contouring, you can use it for highlighter, as you can see on my upper lip and on my cheeks. There's so many colors. The shade range is incredible. I stand by it. It's in my opinion, it's the best. It's the best that Linda Morphe ever did. It's the epitome of all things Morphe, if that makes sense. But okay, so before I get started on the Morphe palette, because that's going to take the longest, actually I want to just go ahead and tell you about my go-to blush that I used. So actually my go-to, normally I use the Glitter Dust, but in this case I used BBS 446 Pink Fairy. Right there, you can see it right there. You go, BBS 4 Pink Fairy. Yep, I used that for the blush. Let me get in the lighting there. You can see from both sides. It's a really good. That's a really good quality blush. It doesn't fill your pores. It doesn't clog your pores. It's a very natural look. As stark as my eye look may be, it's still very natural, and it wears well. I've had this look on for about 30 minutes, and I'm prone to sweating and stuff like that, and it's holding up really well. So I'm just gonna I might do a video in a few hours just to see how well it's standing up. But I have my hair pushed back just so you guys can see the full face of bronzer and highlighter and everything that I did. But okay, so we just did blush, okay, and we'll cover mascara. This is my go-to. It's what I always use. It's my Clinique. It's Clinique High Impact Mascara for for optimal use or whatever, and it's just basic bitch black. It doesn't say basic bitch black, but it just says black. But the moral of the story is it's Clinique, and that's what I use for my bottom and top layer of my lashes. And unfortunately, I can't find my false lashes. I can't find the glue for them. So unfortunately, that's the only part of the look that doesn't match up with the picture. That's gonna be side by side in the thumbnail to this video. But okay, so we'll skip ahead to the lips. Okie dokie. Okay. For lips, where did it go? Let me grab that. I think I left it in here. Yep. Okay, sorry about that. I used this lip gloss or whatever. It's amazing. It's a beautiful tone. You see it? And it's pink. It's over the top, but it's also almost natural. Is that weird to say? It looks that way to me and seems that way to me. But and also I want to point out that I was broken out in multiple places. Just because this time of year I tend to break out at the beginning of the year. I don't know why. But I was broken out right here, and you can barely see it. I mean, you can barely see it. Even if I turn a certain way, you can see it. But I was broken out here. I had a spot here and here. And I mean, it's full coverage, full face of coverage. I stand by my my L'Oreal Infallible. It's incredible. So if you haven't used it and you're looking for a new powder foundation to use, do it. But no, the lip gloss is the shade name. It doesn't say the shade name, but it's just moisturizing lip gloss by LA Colors. And it's just I have plenty of others, but it's the only one that came close to matching, exactly the tone of the lipstick that she was wearing, that the model was wearing in the picture that my mom and dad sent me to try to attempt to create that look. So okay, I did that, and then for lip liner, because she was wearing lip liner in the picture, I used this and it's like I wish that I wouldn't have lost the cap to it, because the cap had the shade name on it and the number and everything, so you guys could look it up yourselves. But I'll just show it to you. Like oh wait, no, it does say, it says it's 38G, whatever that means. I guess that maybe you can find it that way. But this is the shade in the lighting. I'll let you guys see that. I use that for lip liner, very subtly, but you can see it if you really pay attention. You can see it. But I think it turned out really, really nicely. I was impressed. It's the most complex look that I've attempted so far. I've been a makeup artist for a while. But it's just like this was like a complex look because it took a lot of blending of eyeshadows and contouring and shading and bronzing as well. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and just skip ahead to bronzer, so then we can focus on everything else, because everything else from this point on is just the Morphe palette. I used everything else. Like okay, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products, and those products are foundation, blush, mascara, lip gloss, lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, and a lip pencil. And the rest, to complete this entire look, and as you can see, it's a full face of makeup. I used my Morphe palette, and for bronzer, I went in with this Revlon brush, this handleless brush, which I prefer for whenever I'm going in with bronzer, whenever I'm contouring, or whenever I'm using foundation, like I said previously. But I went in to like the closest, about what I would imagine to be like 3 shades darker than my natural skin tone, which is what I imagined this color right here to be, right here. Let you guys get a look at that. And then I went in with it like this, just barely like that. And as you can see, look at the pigment. Watch the fallout. Barely any fallout at all. And then I just went in, all around the forehead lines and stuff, and then I went in right here a little bit underneath where I highlighted. As you can see, we'll get to the highlighter in a minute. Just for instance, just for an example, like of how I applied the bronzer. But that's how I did it, and I can just apply a little bit more. I'll tap it again, but it's just like it's like a little W. It's like a WM shape like that by your forehead line, and then a little bit like that. And you see what I mean? It's like it's just slightly slightly darker than my skin tone, and that's exactly what creates the bronzing effect. So I think it worked perfectly. What do you guys think? I can't wait for your feedback on this one. I'm really excited about it. But okay, so the next thing that I did, because we talked about highlighter, is I went in with like I said, whenever I do highlighter, I like to use my big Revlon handleless brush that I stand by. I used, as you can see, like I've used this palette a lot. If you want to like get a really good look at it, I've used every color in the rainbow in this palette rainbow. But I went in for highlighter with a combination of this right here, this white right here, and you can see it on my finger. It's so pigmented. Watch, I'll do a little swatch for you guys. And I barely even tapped it. It's bad lighting, but it's awesome. And then the second shade that I went in with to kind of create to create a highlighting effect, but that also had a glittery tone, because this white right here is more of a matte finish, and this one right here, this little silvery tone right here. No, it was this one. I'm sorry, this right here. It was the one that's a slightly bit darker. I also went in like that with it, and tapped it for fallout, like us makeup artists and wannabe beauty gurus do. Yeah, like I'll swatch this one for you too, so you can get an idea of the pigment. And if you've never used Morphe before, and you've never used the 35K palette, I'm sorry. And that's rubbing it for like a split second and barely putting any pressure on it. As you can see, yeah, like that's what I did for highlighter. You can get a better look at it because I have my flashlight set up as well. But for highlighter, you can see it above, but you can see it below my blush line, and you can also see it on where I used it for contouring on my nose. I used the same 2 shades for contouring on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow as well. And I think you can get a pretty good shot of the Cupid's bow right there. But on this side of my face, also, it's the same. I used, as you can see you can see the blush, you can see the bronzer above and the bronzer below, and then you can see the contouring and the highlighting as well. And I'm really impressed with the look. Okay, so now that we mentioned all of those steps with the Morphe palette, we will mention the shades that I went in to create the eyeshadow look. That finally finished it, because I finished the look with eyeshadow, like I always do. That's always the last one that I finish. Oh, I forgot. One last thing before that. Okay, I'm glad I remembered, because I would have been so mad. My brow pencil, wherever it is. Okay, I think it's right here. God, I knew I was forgetting something. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's so unprofessional. But I mean, like I said, I don't like to edit, and plus, I think it looks phony whenever you edit it. Whenever you edit your videos too much, anyway. But no, this is it. This is why my eyebrows are so much lighter. And I had forgotten to mention. I can't believe I forgot. Because the model in question that I'm that I'm mimicking or trying to recreate her look. Has lighter eyebrows than me, so I went in with this iconic, wonderful Rimmel London, and the shade is 014 Wild Clover, 014 Wild Clover, Rimmel London. Yes, it's wonderful, and if you guys want to get a good look at it, compared to how my eyebrows normally look, basically my goal was to try to get it to match my my hair color, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure I did exactly that. But comment down below, let me know what you think. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, cause I don't want to ramble or whatever. But I'm really excited. I think the look turned out beautifully, and I'm so proud of myself. And I'm going to continue to do a lot more beauty and makeup inspired tutorials and after the fact things, and get ready with me's and ASMR makeup videos, etc. I might do one right after this, actually. But okay, so for my eyes, I went in with and I will use my mascara to gesture with, or whatever, for you guys. But for my eyes, I used to create the cat eye with the black parts on the edge, you know, the cat eye effect. I used this dark black matte right here, this matte finish one, and then a dab of this next to it with the glittery tone, just to get a slight bit of glitter, as you can see. Okay, and then I went in with because I needed some peachy tone above the light tone, and the light tone that I used is this right here, this tone here, right there, and yeah, you can't. I don't think the light does it justice. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. Maybe I hope it does. But that's what I used for the my eyelids. Okay, and then I blended this color right next to it right here, this color right here. It's just a hair darker, and I blended that up above my eyebrows, and then I did the black after. The last step was doing the black, and because I mean I had to blend those two colors, the two colors previously mentioned, or before, I mentioned beforehand, in order to blend those together in order to get the black evenly and symmetrical on both sides. But compared to the colors that I just showed you guys, and walking you guys through it step by step, I really hope that this look inspires you guys to try to create the same look. Let me know in the comments, like I said. Oh, and the last thing that I did, I just went in with my little drugstore brush right here, or whatever. Like, yeah, it's clean. It's clean. I just washed it. That's why it's all like tattered and ragged looking. So don't drag me too hard for that. But no, I went in like this, just like that, with the white, and just a touch of that right there, that little silvery chromy tone right there, and then for fallout. Oh, there was a lot of fallout that just then. That's okay. But no, I just touched my cupid. I did like this. I'll add a little bit more. You can never have too much, as far as I'm concerned, on the tip of your nose and on your cupid's bow. Yes, I love it. I'm so proud of myself as a makeup artist and as a YouTuber, and that I was able to do such a complex look. It's the most complex look that I've ever done, and I plan on doing much more complex looks. Let me guys know. Please, you guys, let me know in the comments below if you like this kind of thing, if you want to see more of this kind of thing on my channel, if you also think Morphe is amazing and you have the same palette and you know what I'm talking about, if you know what it's like to have makeup artist hands, and and swatch arms and stuff, and yeah, the whole thing. Like makeup. Let's makeup. Basically, what I'm trying to say is makeup community. Like reach out to me. Like let's get together. Let's hook up because I've been doing my makeup since I was 12 years old. You know, I'm just now doing it publicly at 27, and I'm so proud to be doing it because I'm doing a great job, and I know that I am, and it's something that I'm talented at, and it's not something that everybody can do. And I'm really thankful that you guys are giving me the time of day to even take into consideration the fact that I'm doing it and appreciating it. But what do you guys think? I love it. I mean, I think I'm so passable right now. Like, I mean, if I had titties, oh yeah, like I'd be so passable. But yeah, I love it. I feel really, really feminine, androgynous. And mom, you were right about shaving, about losing the facial hair. And to my mother and my stepdad, I love you so much for requesting the my requesting me to make this video, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done it, and I wouldn't have learned like how creative and how good of a makeup artist that I am. Once again, I'm Steez Brrgrr, SteezBrrGrr. By the way, I forgot. Who does Cheeseburger love? I mean, what does Cheeseburger love? Who does he oh, he loves his cheeseburgers. I love you guys. Until next time.